News for San Antonio today, the only local news station with nonstop news.
It's what we do. Good morning. Nonstop news starts right now. We are the only TV station in town commercial free until the top of the hour. I'm David Chancer. Marisa Mendoza is off today. We got you covered. Jeanette, as she just said, will walk you through the forecast. People are waiting for that cold weather, by the way, the countdown. First, we're going to check in with Joy. It's been a relatively light morning traffic-wise.
Yep, that is right, David, and we're going to continue on that trend. We have not seen a single accident so far this morning. I'm not trying to jinx it, guys, but I got to be honest, it is a great morning out there on the roads. Live look outside, rotating through the TransGuide cameras, a view from the map as well, showing a similar story. We've got photojournalist David Mendoza live in road cam. He's been on fog watch just to make sure visibility stays good for us this morning. Hi, David.
Hey, good morning. So hold your horses, Joy. I've had reports of an accident at 37 and 410. Yeah, you did jinx it. So I'm on my way there right now. I'm on 410 South near WW White, headed there. Other than that, though, city's been very good. I'll let you know what it looks like when I get to this accident. Back to you.
All right, David. So hopefully we'll have that update for you here in the next couple of minutes. We'll be checking in again with David before the end of the hour. That's the latest with your on-time traffic.
All right, guys, thanks. Investigators say the man who was shot and hurt, two Bexar County deputies last weekend, does have a criminal history. The sheriff's office says that Jose Fernandez Solano went to his ex-girlfriend's home off Tecumseh Drive Sunday, threatened her and her children. They ran and called for help. Deputies showed up. Solano allegedly shot at the deputies you see here on your screen, Nathan Segala and Nicholas Zeno. They returned fire, ultimately shooting and killing Solano. Investigators say that he was arrested several times for domestic violence. He had been deported also at least once to Costa Rica.
And unfortunately, some of those cases have been dismissed. The latest case, so as of yesterday, he did have 2 felony warrants in association with the latest case that happened in October.
The real mind-blowing part of this story, the sheriff says that both deputies were shot by the same bullet, going through one of the deputies' hands and then into the hip of another, and then it exiting that body. Both are expected to be okay. One, in fact, is already out of the hospital. This morning, we have the name of the suspect that San Antonio police shot during a domestic fight on the south side. Police say that Eric Campos and his girlfriend were fighting at a home along Ann Arbor Drive Saturday. Campos smashed her car windows, so she got picked up by a coworker. Campos allegedly chased and rammed into them and ultimately fired shots at them. An officer nearby heard that happen, fired shots back at Campos's car, shooting him in the shoulder. Campos was taken to the hospital. We are currently working to get his mugshot. Candidates running for the House District 119 seat are trying to figure out who exactly is vandalizing their campaign signs. In fact, somebody is putting these Grinch stickers over the faces of both Liz Campos and Ryan Ayala. Nobody's sure exactly who is doing it. However, both are pointing the finger at each other.
I've been getting calls too from people across the district, telling me that my opponent has been, doing that to my signs. And when I hear so many almost 22 of our signs have been done, it makes you wonder, is it true?
So it was definitely orchestrated, and there was a lot put into it. And they purposely made those stickers for my face. There's always sign wars, but this is to the next level.
Representative Campos has filed a police report, but as of now, there's no evidence that either candidate is doing that to the other. SAWS is celebrating this morning. It will be installing its last smart meter. News 4's Christina De Leon has more on how that will make a difference the next time you see your water bill.
The electric meters have actually been replacing the old analog meters for years now, and in just a few hours they're going to be replacing its last one. SAWS says they've been doing it with the help of around-the-clock field employees, about 50 of them who've been working tirelessly on the project, and teams have even developed new methods to make rapid progress on this new record-setting project. The Connect H2O use specially equipped water meters to collect hourly meter meter readings from each home or business, transmit the information back to SAWS via a secured wireless network. Then that information can be used to generate bills, trigger text or email alerts for leaks or high water use, and be made available to its customers and SAWS itself. Saves time and money for the customers and SAWS. And today, its last replacement meter will be installed over by the Alamo Dome off Carolina Street, and it'll happen at 10 a.m. I'm Christina De Leon. We will send it back to you.
Across America, the Trump administration suing Washington, D.C. over its gun laws. The Justice Department filed a lawsuit yesterday claiming the city's restrictions on some semi-automatic weapons violates the Second Amendment. Earlier this year, the DOJ also sued the Virgin Islands, arguing that territory is denying U.S. citizens the right to possess and to carry guns. The Department of Homeland Security offering $3,000 to undocumented immigrants who self-deport by the end of this month. That's triple from what they were offering in May. People who take the deal also get a free plane ticket, and their civil fines or penalties for failing to leave the country are cleared, and they may be able to get back into the U.S. through legal channels. The administration also preparing to garnish wages for defaulted student loans next year. The Washington Post says that the Education Department will notify borrowers the week of January 7th. According to the latest department data, about 5.3 million borrowers have failed to make payments for at least 360 days since the end of June. Many loans were in default because the federal government stopped collecting during the pandemic. About 10 minutes now before 7 a.m., families may have to be flexible with holiday plans this year. A lot of cost on the rise, hosting a meal, buying gifts, obviously, preparing for the big family dinner. Americans may find themselves leaving those beef roast or steaks on the shelves. Beef prices are almost up, actually about 16% from last year. Reaching instead for pork chops or ham could make for a more frugal feast as pork product prices have dropped. In the liquor section, it may serve you in the long run to stock up. Industry experts say that prices will only go up from here as the effects of a new 15% tariff on all European wine and spirits impact new orders.
All of those beautiful French, Italian, Spanish wines that we're used to seeing on the store shelves, I think you're going to start to see fewer and fewer of those.
Where your wallet will find some holiday cheer is at the gas station. Low gas prices are a big reason why more and more, about 109 million Americans are expected to drive to their year-end destination. As of Monday, the national average for a gallon of gas, regular gas, is $2.85. That's down 19 cents from last year. The Salvation Army's annual Red Kettle campaign is underway. The new campaign is raising money for families in need to get food and shelter. Bell ringers have been all over town the last few weeks. Be sure to drop off a couple extra bucks if you can when you see one. The Salvation Army is also looking for more bell ringers and volunteers, although time is running out. You can sign up using that QR code. Paramount adds a guarantee to their bid for Warner Brothers, and Sundays are feeling a lot more like Mondays. Tell me the truth. Here's Jeff Vaughn filling in for Jane King.
Good morning. Today, the consumer confidence, durable goods, and gross domestic product reports are released, all economic indicators of the strength of the U.S. economy. Paramount Skydance adding a promise in their offer to Warner Brothers Discovery, that being a personal guarantee from billionaire Larry Ellison of $40 billion in financing. The board was looking for confirmation that the father of Paramount chief David Ellison was fully committed to the deal. Paramount's offer is $108 billion. The American Christmas Tree Association reports 80% of American families will buy an artificial tree this year, but the price is reaching a tipping point. Associated Press reports costs are up 10 to 15% due to tariffs, and now we're seeing a bump in live Christmas tree sales of 30 million customers. The Real Christmas Tree Board reports the average price per tree is $80. Fake trees average over $200. Shares of Dominion Energy taking a hit after the White House pauses offshore wind projects in Virginia over concerns by the Pentagon. Seems 176 turbines create a reflective risk to U.S. defense radar. The pause will give the government time to mitigate that risk. Sundays are the new Mondays, according to Business Insider. White-collar workers, on average, in the U.S. log about 5.5 hours of work on Sundays. December 15th is the last hard-working day of the year, according to talkers. Seems half of all workers give the bare minimum after that. The average worker says it can wait until next year, 16 times in the last 2 weeks of the year. I'm Jeff Vaughn. That's your morning report.
Now your certified most accurate 4-zone weather with meteorologist Jeanette Caillé.
So, I said, Jeanette, so that's 5 hours people are working at home on Sunday. You said in addition to, and I said, yes. You don't want the 45-hour week. You want the 4-day work week?
Yeah, the 12-hour-a-day, 4-day work week. I would love a 3-day weekend.
All right, so you'll work 48 hours a week, but take the 3-day weekend.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think we work about 50 hours right now anyway. So yeah,
we kind of already do that, but that's 5 days a week. Anyway, so Christmas week is here, and if you're just tuning in, it is going to be pretty warm over the next several days. In fact, very warm through Saturday, but there is some relief coming our way. Live look outside Raul B. Rodriguez weather camera. It is cloudy. It is a bit foggy. 68 degrees at the airport. South wind at 8 miles an hour. It's that wind flow that's bringing in all of this warm and humid air. Dew point temperatures at 65. That means it is humid. The air is saturated. Dense fog advisory for these counties, and this includes just about every county in our viewing area. This runs until 9. This is just giving you a heads up that you may encounter visibility in areas of fog that drops to 1/4 of a mile or less until 9. And it's mostly across our southern and eastern areas where we're seeing that dense fog. Eagle Pass, Cotulla, Pleasanton. My goodness, you guys have been dealing with some very low visibility for the last hour or so. Closer to Highway 90, some patchy fog. Across the country, we do have this upper level ridge in Texas that's keeping the storms away. There's a winter storm that's quickly moving across the northeast. There's snow still coming down, really anywhere from Philadelphia to New York City, not quite reaching Boston just yet. That is rain farther to the south from Maryland to Virginia. For the West Coast, there's more rain for northern and central California. We've been talking about the flooding concerns there. That'll continue through Christmas. This afternoon, while we will see some breaks of sun here, it'll be mostly cloudy farther east, mostly sunny though across our western areas. Clouds come back tonight. It'll be cloudy tomorrow morning with more fog, and then in the afternoon partly sunny. For our Christmas Eve parties, Christmas Eve service tomorrow evening, it'll be partly cloudy. Thursday morning, Christmas Day, more clouds, and then in the afternoon we'll see a mix of sun and clouds. High pressure, this is a weather maker that's going to keep the storms away. It's also bringing us the warm air. Very warm before the cold front comes in. Low 80s Friday and Saturday. The front comes in on Sunday, and that's what's going to start the cool down. It'll get colder early next week. The core of the cold, though, the Arctic blast, that does stay a little farther to the north. 10-day temperature trend, so upper 70s to low 80s through Saturday. Then we'll be in the 70s on Sunday, low to mid 70s. Monday, Tuesday, morning lows in the 40s, afternoon highs in the upper 50s to near 60. New Year's Eve into New Year's Day, upper 60s near 70. May see another front coming in late next week. So cloudy skies through the morning and then should become partly sunny, warm and humid all day. We'll see temperatures in the low 70s at noon and then 79 this afternoon. Slight rain chance Sunday morning as the front comes in. You can get the extended forecast for your zone online at news4sa.com.
All right, we now have a live look at that accident that David Mendoza was talking about a moment ago. So this is going to be on the southeast side of San Antonio. First responders just getting here. We were watching in the live picture as they arrived. So still kind of a fresh issue. What does it mean for traffic? Well, this is on the connecting ramp between Loop 410 eastbound and I-37 southbound. So the main lanes of both highways are open, and that's why we're not seeing any congestion building in this area, but the connecting ramp is what's blocked right now. So that's the problem that's going to be affecting you as you head out the door. Photojournalist David Mendoza joins us again live from Road Cam. Hi, David.
Hey, good morning. So yes, I had the chance to actually see that accident up close and personal. 2-vehicle accident with one of those vehicles being definitely totaled. A lot of damage to one of those. And I believe I just saw a paramedic flying by me on the way to that accident. I'll leave you with that. Drive safe. Have a great day, and back to you.
All right, David, thank you. That's the latest with your on-time traffic.
All right, guys, thank you. The countdown to 2026. San Antonio's largest New Year's Eve party is on. Celebrate SA is a little more than a week away. Lots of things going on. Music, dancing, food, drinks. They're going to try to break the world's record for largest dance party. The Parks and Recs Foundation Celebrate SA starts around 6 at Hemisphere Park. If you don't want to go down there, you can watch it on News 4 starting at 10:30. All of our friends will be down there. It's a great time.